What is it like living with a rare disease like Vacterl's? I have one word.
So, what is it like living with a rare disease like Vacterl? Go watch her video. Very much agree with one word, lonely. So for me growing up, I felt incredibly alone. I was born in 1989, so the internet didn't exist like it does now. Social media was not a thing. And as far as I am aware, I don't know anybody in real life with Vacterl. Or a lot of my medical issues for that matter. So, growing up, I felt incredibly alone. And as I mentioned in some previous video, I felt like a science experiment because I was being poked and prodded at by doctors with painful and traumatizing crap, and billion nurses and doctors constantly staring at me. I mean, I know they were learning, but just try to imagine being that little kid. I felt like an alien being experimented on. And the people experimenting on looked like the same species, but I just felt like an alien. And all alone. And I grew up going to public school. And I did make some friends. I didn't have a lot of friends, but I did make some friends. And I am very grateful for them. I don't actually talk to any of them anymore because stuff happened. Not necessarily bad, just like growing apart and or whatever. I do have some friends now, but I don't really get out. Most of my friends are just online. But when I was growing up in school, I felt basically all alone because none of the other kids understood what it was like to be a disabled kid in constant pain, and how that made it difficult, especially with the bathroom issues, to be in school. And I did have special bathroom privileges. Privileges is a weird word in this situation. But I did manage to get through public school. I was homeschooled for the last bit of 8th grade and all of 9th, but otherwise I was in public. I graduated in June of 2007, so while it was very difficult, I did manage. Then when I was about 18, Facebook became a thing. This was soon after I graduated. Facebook was a thing, and then suddenly, at first, nobody was allowed on it except by invitation. Then suddenly it opened up to everybody. And through Facebook, in my late teens or early 20s, I found Vacterl Facebook groups, and that opened up a whole new world to me. And even though I still don't know anybody in real life with Vacterl, I feel a bazillion times better just knowing that there are other people out there who understand. I've been in the Vacterl Facebook groups, I see the posts, I've talked to some people now and then, I hear their stories, so much of which I mirror in my own, and just knowing there are people out there that get it, and now the internet makes the world smaller, so to speak. It's amazing. Especially with growing up, because the parents were divorced, and when it came to my dad and stepmom, I just felt like a freaking burden. I just felt like a burden. It was not good. And so I felt very alone my entire life, and then you add on the whole bunch of other stuff. I'm very glad that I now know how not alone I am. So if you're feeling alone, you're not alone. It's the worst feeling ever, but you are not alone. So